red though. The light still red.
There's a flashlight thingy here. Another one?
Whoa! They're red! Whoa! It's a green! Let's go! Let's go, go, go! Here together.
You're going with us? We do all the hard work. Go!
Whoa.
No, wait, wait!
See you later, sucker!
Yeah. Whoa.
You got both compasses, right?
Phone. This compass.
What's going on?
I don't have it. Where did it go? Did I drop it on the way out?
No, whatever, Regina took it! They're up on the top floor still!
Wait, where's Regina's phone? Do you guys have it?
No, I don't have it. It doesn't matter. We've got at least one compass. What this one says, step 2. And we're getting a head start on finding the location of the PZ leader. Guys, we'll see you on Wednesday on my channel, CWC.
We would have gotten this clue.
Shout out to all of you notification ninjas who get here in the first 60 minutes. We read all your comments when you get here early and you leave comments. We want it.
Let's do a keep them out.
Calling the Cape Crusader. The Joker's up to no good. Batman's armed with his new rapid change utility belt. You can use the torch to cut your way inside. Where's he hiding? Uh-oh, Harley Quinn has set a trap. Quick, switch. Get out of there. It's gonna blow. No more fight. This is Joker.
Take your best shot.
Switch to lever and take down this clown. Slapping down Joker. 1 health, 3 habits. Back for any vision. Rapid change utility belt.
Oh man, Dad! Speak to me! The sandbox is under attack! Oh no! Wake up, Jack!
No.
Hey, wake up! I need a shave. There's hackers here, guys! Hackers! We got five! No more battle, please, no. I don't want to fight you.
What think you're doing hiding from me?
Please don't believe in that video. That's all we have.
Just leave me alone. There's those precious memories. God!
Chad, where are you? Are you guys here? Daniel, oh my God, gosh, please don't come at me like that. You gotta announce yourself.
I was just coming to check on you. Are you still having nightmares?
Yes, I've been having them every single day since the battle royale with Regina. I haven't been able to sleep. I can barely eat.
Chad and Daniel are out working on a mission right now.
Without me? Are they leaving me? Oh no, just like Regina and Melvin. Oh my God, I believe I'm losing all my friends.
It's okay. You and I are here to have a great day together, alright?
Hey,
Why are you sleeping with weapons? I told you to stop doing this.
this is for protection. You never know when PZ9 and PZ4 are gonna come out and attack us.
Let's go home. Hello, let me in.
My code's not working.
Do you change the security system?
I didn't. Here, let me open.
Good job, Melvin.
It doesn't get easier as you get older.
Let me in, boy. What?
Did Daniel leave his Tesla here?
Daniel's Tesla just be blocking my spot. What is Daniel's car doing here?
I sense something suspicious here.
I feel like
Or maybe you can. Go check it out.
why me? I just got paid up by B. I'm hurting, bro.
I had a battle royale with Regina, my ex-best friend. That's just very traumatizing. She hit me. She almost broke my arm. That's why I haven't been sleeping. You just gotta be prepared for battle. Ready to protect myself. Yeah, okay. Oh, what? Hey, why are you taking that weapon away from me?
Let's just get your mind
off this whole nightmare thing. Have a good day so that maybe you can get some sleep tonight. Yeah, okay. I'll at least carry this bat with me, though. You know what? I have the perfect idea. We're gonna get some of this pent-up stress out, okay? What? What?
Without your hackers, one was watching the same house. This stupid Spider just took it over our day. We'll have another day.
But this one's taller. I live here, okay? I live here.
There's a dog.
I live here.
He lives here. He lives here. Good job, Melvin.
Well, you still gotta be careful.
The neighbors saw us barking at us. We just gotta keep low. We're already making so much noise.
Yeah, we're just gonna do something fun. Get your mind off of it. Why? Get down. Why? What? I just saw something in the backyard. Grab a weapon. You haven't slept for a whole week. You're probably feeling a little delirious and paranoid right now. Look, there is no one out there. It's gonna be okay. Let's just go. We're gonna go outside. Just go. Open the door out there. She's not. I need to put on shoes. Okay. I need to put on shoes. Okay. Oh, Matinka's here now. Another person that I don't really know that well. What do you mean Matinka's been around for? We are gonna get your pent up anger, frustration, and stress out of your body. Just take it out on me. You will not have any more nightmares. I just battled.
Hello everyone, my name is Diana. Before we get into my story, please like and subscribe. I was born in a tiny town in America, in an old house where my mom had grown up. Our cleaning lady once told me that Mom used to be the most beautiful woman around, and when she walked by, everyone stopped to look at her. She left for Hollywood, but she returned when she was pregnant with me. But the version of Mom I knew was not very glamorous. She hardly left the house and spent all day watching soap operas. She was obsessed and was always trying to copy the actress. This woman is the worst actress ever. I can do better. Yeah, that role would have been mine if I didn't give up my career. Mom didn't say it exactly, but I always felt like I had gotten in the way of her acting dreams and a different life. Sometimes I kind of felt bad for her, and I tried not to bother her so much. She came in wearing jewelry and some flowy silk gown that was too tight. Did she think she was at the Oscars? She catwalked down the hallway and flirted with all my male teachers. It was so embarrassing. Why did you have to act that way, Mom? Couldn't you just be normal? What? I'm just being myself. I'm an actress. Looking and being a certain way is all part of it. Mom, I'm just a kid. I don't care about your acting and all that. I just want you to be a normal mom. Over time, Mom and I grew more distant, and by the time I was 12, we were living like housemates that barely spoke to each other. One time in 8th grade, I'd asked to borrow some of her clothes for a talent show, but I didn't bother inviting her. To my surprise, though, Mom walked in halfway into the show, and she looked totally normal, just like all the other parents. But soon after, the girl was performing a one-man show, and suddenly, I saw Mom running up to the stage and grabbing the mic from her. Honey, that was so embarrassing. I just couldn't watch anymore. You have to play each character as if you are the character. Look deep into your soul. Come on now, try it again. And oh, maybe you can do one character with a British accent. She started speaking in a terrible British accent. The girl looked as confused as the audience, and I was beyond embarrassed. Hey, isn't that Diana's wacky mom? I ran away to hide in the back room. I couldn't even do my act anymore. Once the show was over and everyone left, I came out to the parking lot to find Mom there. Hey, I was waiting for you. Why did you come here? Was it to humiliate me? What? No, I came to support you. Then why couldn't you just sit quietly instead of jumping onto the stage and snatching the mic from a kid? I was doing her a favor, and she'll remember me forever for those tips. Come on, let's go home. I'm gonna walk home. In fact, I'm gonna walk all the way to China if that's what it takes to get away from you. Diana, watch out. I suddenly felt something hit me with force and I went flying. I saw a blinding white light and then I passed out. I woke up to Mom's worried face and realized I was in the hospital. Mom told me that I'd been hit by a car. I'd broken my leg and I had to use a cane now. For how long? A few months, at least. We can't be sure when it'll be fully healed, and you might end up with a small limp. I'm so sorry, baby. This is all my fault. That day, I cried so much I thought my eyes were gonna fall out. I tried to stay mad at Mom, but I couldn't. She wasn't great, but I knew she didn't wish for this. When we got home, Mom tried so hard to be the perfect caregiver, but I knew she was struggling. It just didn't come naturally to her, but she never stopped apologizing. Baby, this is all my fault. In times like this, I wish I was more like Carol. Carol was my mother's sister who lived in New York. When I was younger, I always wished she was my mom. She had 2 kids, Theo and Becky, and the holidays I spent with my cousins were my favorite memories. Auntie Carol is quite amazing, and it would be nice to see Theo and Becky. Do you think spending some time with them would make you feel better? Yes, yes, yes! If that's what you want, love. And soon enough, I was heading for New York. But my first disappointment came at the airport when I saw Aunt Carol wasn't even there to pick me up. When she didn't show up after a while, I called her. It turned out she'd forgotten. I am so sorry, honey. There was a little situation at the kids' school. She still looked like the amazing aunt I remembered, but something about her also felt different. And when we got to her house, it was really quiet. As I took my luggage to my room, I wandered into the kitchen to find Theo making a sandwich. Hey, Theo, it's so good to see you. Theo just looked at me blankly, then walked off without a word. What the heck? Didn't he remember me? Just then, someone almost knocked me out with a bear hug. Oh my gosh, you're finally here. I've been waiting all day. Gosh, I missed you. How are you? Well, I know you're a little sad, but I got you now. Thank God that he was the same chatterbox I knew.
Ano sa mga, basta na lang.
Hours. Hey, is Theo okay? It's so weird to me earlier.
You might see
She instantly fell, and she looked like she was gonna cry. Yeah, that's him these days. Mom thinks it's just a puberty phase, but it's more than that. He's changed so much. I don't even know him anymore. But at least I have you now. In the coming days, I have to see the new Theo myself. He never spoke to anyone and spent all his time in his room playing video games. One day, Aunt had to go in to make him clean his room. Theo started yelling like a crazy person. Leave my room.
Mom, where's the toothpick? Pwede mo i-one. I-one more. Walang
Oh, right now. Yeah. One day, Aunt was having a garage sale. Becky and I were helping her out when suddenly a police car pulled up. Theo's son, who was caught stealing cigarettes and magazines at the mall. All our neighbors were staring at him, and Aunt's face was red with embarrassment. The policeman let Theo go because he was a first-time offender. But that day, Aunt snapped. Why have you decided to humiliate me? I work my butt off for you to have everything, and you go around stealing? And what, you're smoking now? That's none of your business. And if my allowance was enough, I wouldn't have to go around stealing, would I? So maybe you're not working hard enough. Hey, stop that. You're being rude. You know your mom works so hard. Who asked you? This is a family matter. And just because your mom dumped you here, doesn't mean you get to butt into everything. I was so sick of his stupid attitude. I hit him with my cane and we got into a fight and Aunt had to separate us. That's enough. Theo, apologize right now. From that day, Theo and I were dead to each other. I didn't care anyway. As long as I had Becky with me, Aunt Carol registered me at my cousin's school soon, which Theo looked very unhappy about since we were Theo cornered me right after Aunt dropped us off. Listen, just stay away from me. Mind your own business, and as far as anyone knows, we are not related. Understood? It was my first time in school since the accident. I was nervous, but the students here were really nice. They helped me up the stairs and even helped me find my class. I had a feeling I was gonna love it here. But when the bell rang for recess, I noticed the strangest thing ever. A group of boys ordered Theo to pick up their books and put them in their lockers. And he did, without a word, like he was their servant. During lunch, I noticed him with the same boys again. This time, they made him fetch their lunch, and while he was balancing all the trays, someone bumped into him and he fell down. And those jerks all laughed at him. Hey, what's the deal with that boy? Oh, that poor boy is Theo. And that blonde guy in their group is Billy, and the rest are his minions. They've been hurting Theo forever. One time, Theo reported Billy and got him into detention. And since then, it's gotten so much worse.
Mangang
Look
isa
at
ba?
Billy trying to punish him.
Natunaw sa
Sometimes I
ako.
feel bad about not helping him, but we're all scared of those jerks. My heart broke into a billion pieces. Theo was being bullied by monsters. And why hadn't Becky said anything? You must know what Theo is going through. Why haven't you told Aunt all this time? Diana, Mom works for the company Billy's dad owns, and you don't know how far Billy can go to make someone miserable. He's a spoiled brat, and if he asks his dad, Mom would lose her job in a second. Theo has forced me to stay quiet and says he can put up with it. He says things will be worse if he doesn't. I tried to understand her point of view, but I just couldn't. This had to stop. That night, I went to Theo's room. Listen, I'm really sorry for the way Billy is treating you, and he needs to be punished. Didn't I ask you to mind your own business? And it's not how it looks. I do stuff for those guys and get paid for it. You get paid to run around like their errand boy? That's humiliating. Let me help you. No, you'll make it worse. It's just for a few more months and then we'll graduate. I'm handling it just fine. No, you're not. You are hurting and everyone close to you is hurting too. Can't you see it? Leave me alone. But I just couldn't. So the next day, I made videos every time I saw Billy bully him, then sent them to the principal's email address. The next day, I felt a million butterflies when I found out that Billy had just been called in by the principal and suspended for 2 weeks. Not long enough, but a little justice. But when I got home, Theo was furious. I told you to leave it alone. He's gonna come back and have my head. No, he won't. The principal knows now. You are such a dumb, nosy idiot. You think the principal will actually take serious action against someone like Billy? Thanks for ruining my life. For the entire 2 weeks, I was quite paranoid and looking over his shoulder. And the day Billy was supposed to be back, I noticed tears in Theo's eyes on the way to school. I silently prayed that he'd leave Theo alone, and that I hadn't made things worse. But during lunch that day, I noticed a crowd gathered outside. I got closer and saw Theo surrounded by Billy and his boys. OMG, they were gonna hurt him. Hey, leave him alone. Stop it. But no one heard me. Then suddenly, I felt a huge force rush through my legs, and I charged forward and hit Billy in the knees with my cane. He fell to the ground and stared. Me furiously. Theo had grabbed Billy by the collar and punched him in the face. No one messed my cousin. Luckily, someone had called the principal to the scene, and everyone said that Billy tried to hurt me. The principal told him he was expelled. You can't do that. Do you know who my father is? Oh, yes, I know, son. And I'm sure he wouldn't want word getting out that his son goes around beating kids with disabilities. That wouldn't be good for his reputation. You heard a girl with a cane. I'll talk to your father right now. Billy was indeed expelled, and his minions were suspended for the rest of the term. Billy's father also reached out to Aunt Carol to apologize and promised that his son would not be bothering her family again. After it was all over, Aunt Carol turned to Theo in tears. I should have known. I'm such a bad mom. I'm sorry for all the hurt I caused you. And then he pulled me into the hug too. Thank you for everything.
Mommy,
I'm just happy to have you back, cousin. From that day, things changed. Theo started to get better and becoming his old self, and my leg had started recovering too. I could now walk for short distances without my cane, and I didn't have a limp. One day, we were having dinner when someone knocked on the door. It was Mom, and she looked different. For the first time, she looked happy. She told us she'd gotten an opportunity to be in a big movie in LA, but she turned it down to take me home. I'm so happy you're getting better. I want to be there for you during your recovery. I'm learning slowly, but I do want to be the best mom for you. Really. I really appreciate that. But you have to take that role. You'd be crazy to turn it down. What? It's your dream. And I'm happy here. Go to LA, become the biggest movie star, then come back to me. I know you love me, and I love you too. But sometimes the best way to show love to someone is by loving yourself. Hi everyone. everyone. My name is Paige and I'm from Tennessee. Please like and subscribe to NSA. My mom was a former beauty queen, and I was born with the same gorgeous look. Everyone thought I'd follow in her footsteps. I loved being admired and getting attention until I got interested in what my dad did. He was an important politician who worked very closely with the president. And growing up, I wanted to be more like him. But Mom was more keen on teaching me how to put on makeup and walk in heels. I was only 8 when she started taking me for modeling classes. The instructors tried teaching me how to catwalk and pose in front of the camera, but I would deliberately strike the dumbest poses and walk like a jellyfish. And they'd all give up. Why do you do this every time, Paige? Because I don't want to be a model, Mom. I'd always run away from her and go and seek comfort in Dad. He'd tell me some awesome stories about work, and I'd have the best time. But eventually, Dad started climbing up powerful positions in government and got really busy. I'd hardly get to see him. One day in 5th grade, I was decorating my house for Halloween when suddenly I saw half my decorations were gone. I looked around and found a boy my age running away with all my stuff. Hey, stop right there! I jumped onto him and pinned him to the floor. Who are you, and why are you stealing my stuff? I wasn't stealing, I swear. I'm your neighbor, and I was just trying to prank you. So, you're a liar and a thief. That house has been empty for ages. Yeah, but we just moved in, Dumbo. But I just pulled his hair harder when his parents came running and saved him. And it turns out they indeed had moved into the house next to mine. And that boy Carson was even going to the same school as me. From the very first day, he was super popular because he was cute. And all the girls were buzzing around him like he was some queen bee. But since I already knew him, I wanted him to be my friend first. If you want, I can save him all the trouble of making new friends. You can just hang out with me. And why would I want to do that? I held him by the collar and pulled him with me. This is my secret hideout at school, and I'm sharing it with you. So, now we're friends, and you're not letting any of those girls near you. Got it? Gosh, you're really bossy. This place is cool. So sure, it's a deal. After that, Carson and I started hanging out together, and we became really close. Mom didn't like it. She said it wasn't girly to have a male friend. Whatever. I'd sneak out of the house and play football with Carson, and in no time, we became the bestest of friends. And slowly, I started to fall in love with him, and that bothered Mom continuously. One night, I planned to sneak into his room to play video games, but Mom caught me and started screaming at me non-stop. Just let her be, honey. Let her do what she likes. Oh, Dad, you're back. Dad was rarely home, but whenever he'd be back, he'd let me do what I wanted. And I thought he was the perfect parent, unlike Mom, who always tried to boss me around. Then a few days later, I was turning 16, and I decided
Happy
to tell Carson
birthday,
how I felt about
Mommy!
it. But when I reached school, I started talking to a new girl. After she walked away, Carson turned to me and gave me the shock of my life. She's gonna be the mother of my future kids. You're what? You heard it, Paige. And you're my bro. You're gonna help me get her, right? What? Are you nuts? How can you even think that? Gosh, I'm so stupid. I completely forgot. You're not that much into girly stuff yourself. So, I don't think you'll be that much help to me. I'll just have to win her all on my own. And now he just left me there, and I felt crushed. I cried my heart out in our secret spot. But then, suddenly, I saw a girl passing from a distance, and all the boys were going crazy over her. Her name was Lola, and she was an ace student. 2 weeks after joining school, she even became the cheerleading captain. I felt jealous and planned to avoid her as much as possible. I kept trying to make her look bad in front of Carson, and kept failing. Did you see her today? Who wears full purple to school? She looks like a plum. I know, right? She looks so cute. You know, she must change boyfriends every day, given she has so many boys after her. You're just gonna get your heart broken if you chase her. Ah, come on. You know I'm the most handsome guy at school, and she's the only one who'll look good next to me. This didn't work. I began pranking her in the classroom so she'd lose her temper. But instead, she behaved so nicely and let it all go in good humor. One time, as she was walking inside the school, I even made a small puppy pee on her Jimmy Choos, but she just picked it up and started playing with it. God, she was an angel. It was really hard to hate her. So, I decided to try something else. Pretend to be her friend. gosh, you're so pretty and nice. I wish I could. Hey, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm sorry, but I'm just not into girls. But I have a friend who lives in New York, and she would totally dig you. What? No, I'm not into girls either. Why would you think that? Because you keep following me around all the time. I don't want to be rude, especially since your mom is amazing. What? How do you know her? Well, everyone knows about her. She was a super famous model in her time. She gave up her career for her family. She sounds like an amazing mom. Well, I never thought of it that way. But as we continued talking, I realized Lola was a very nice person. We often hung out together, but instead of faking it, I started to become a real friend to her. And Carson thought I was doing it all for him. You're amazing, Paige. I can't believe you arranged a date for us. For the last time, I didn't invite you. It's supposed to be just me and Lola. Go away. Even though I'd have so much fun with Lola, I hated Carson trying to hit on her all the time. But he'd invite himself to all the places we'd go. Soon it was Lola's birthday, and she'd invited both me and Carson to her place. But when I reached there, I was shocked to see my dad. Dad, what are you doing here? Paige, what are you doing here? Your dad? I didn't know he was your dad. Turns out, Dad and Lola's mom were high school BFFs. And later, Lola told me my dad and her mom hung out together often, and he even helped Lola with her projects and stuff. And that made me feel really weird, given I barely saw Dad at home these days. But Dad brushed off all my doubts on our way home when he told me he was inviting Lola and her mom for a picnic to introduce them to Mom. The next day, everyone joined us on the picnic, including Carson. But the entire time, I could see Mom getting a bit jealous seeing Dad and Lola's mom talking and laughing at a distance. So was I. But then suddenly, Mom lost consciousness and fell to the ground. Mom, are you okay? I was devastated as we rushed Mom to the hospital. And the worst thing happened when she woke up. Who are you? Mom, what are you saying? It's me. The doctor came in and told us that she had amnesia. And this just broke my heart. The entire way home, Mom looked at us like she was going back home with strangers. We showed her all the family albums, but nothing triggered her memory. Lola kept calling and texting me to ask about Mom while I took some days off from school, but I didn't reply. It annoyed me that Dad and her mom were suddenly best friends, and somehow I just wanted to avoid her. One day, while Mom sat in the garden alone, I went and joined her. Mom, how are you feeling now? I'm feeling better, but I'm sorry, I still don't remember much. You don't have to apologize about anything. I hugged her tight, and then she asked me tons of questions, and I was happy to relive all those memories with her. So, do you have a boyfriend? I kinda have someone I like, but he doesn't see me as girlfriend material. What? What do you mean? You're my daughter, and there's no way you can go unnoticed by any guy. She pulled me into her room and gave me a makeover. This time, I didn't say anything, because I wanted to spend all the time with her and let her love me the way she wanted. The next day when I reached school, everyone's jaw dropped, and by lunchtime, my phone and locker were full of love messages. Whoa, you look like a whole new person, Paige. I didn't know you were a girl. No, that's not what I meant. Cut it, Carson. I'm still the same person on the inside. You know, the one you don't like is anything more than a friend and never will. Paige, I like you the most. You've been my favorite person ever since childhood, and I was a fool to chase Lola. But then slowly, I realized I was losing you, and I don't want that. I want to be with you. You're just telling me this because I look pretty now. No, trust me, Paige. You're the one I love, even when you're in shorts and sneakers playing football. I wanted to tell you my true feelings earlier, but you were so upset with everything going on with your mom. Listening to those words, I felt good, but something in my heart felt uneasy. So I walked away. But Carson would stop at nothing to convince me of his feelings. He went back home with me every day and spent time with me and Mom. And slowly, over a couple of months, Mom's memory started to get better. She could recognize both me and Dad, and I was really happy about it. But then one day, something bizarre happened. I got home and saw Mom was crying her eyes out, and Dad and Lola's mom were also there. Mom, what's wrong? And then she told me how she found Dad making out with Lola's mom on our couch. What? Dad? Okay, yeah. And what's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything to cry about. I love her. She loves me. My mom being so sick pressure of my work and the elections are coming up, I want a partner who can support me. I couldn't believe my ears. This wasn't the same person who I thought of as my idol all my life. You're the worst. All this time, when Mom needed you the most, you've been cheating on her? Probably even from before that. Both of you, please get out. The two of them left, and I hugged Mom tight. Later that night, Lola called me, but I didn't pick up. She approached me in school the next day, but I started walking in the other direction. Wait, please, just a minute. Can't you take a hint, Lola? I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Go home and enjoy time with my dad and be a perfect family. Just stay away from me. I spent most of my time with Mom to comfort her, and we were closer than ever before. Even if she hadn't always been the perfect parent, she'd always been there. A few weeks later, I came home after doing some grocery shopping when I found Lola kissing Carson in my backyard. What the heck? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? You're just like your mom. No, Paige, I was here to warn you about this jerk. But then he just grabbed me. What? She's lying. Paige said she rejected Carson the same day Mom fainted at the picnic. I thought it was weird that Carson asked you out right after asking me, but I didn't say anything. But then he kept texting me and told me he was with you just to make me realize my true feelings for him. But you know what my true feelings are for you, Carson? You're a jerk, and I hate you. What a liar. She jumped onto me and tried to kiss me. Trust me, Paige. But then Lola took out her phone and showed me all of the chats. And she was right. Carson, you jerk. I can't believe I trusted someone like you and never realized what kind of person you are. Get out of my house. I pushed Carson so hard he fell on his butt and then angrily left. Just then, Lola took my hand. Paige, I'm sorry. I know what my mom did was wrong, but I had no idea about anything going on between them. Even I hate them both for what they did. You don't have to be sorry about anything, Lola. I know it wasn't your fault, but I took my anger out on you. Then please, let's get back to being friends again. I'm moving out of my mom's place for college next year anyway. What our parents did doesn't have to ruin what we have. I don't want to lose a friend like you, Paige. I don't want to lose you either, Lola. Basta tuna, seryoso lamang para sa akin. Basta pagsabi, everybody. Hi, I'm Belle from France. Please like and subscribe. I've lived in an orphanage ever since I could remember, but I was always curious about my parents, and I'd annoy the warden with my questions. Are you an evil witch who took me from my parents because my hair has magic powers? Tell me now, or else. I heard about a girl whose parents were astronauts and they got stuck on the moon. Do you think my parents are there too? Are you skipping class again? Why are you such a nuisance? There you are, Belle. So sorry, ma'am. I'll just take her away. Miss Vivian was our teacher and my best friend at the orphanage. She couldn't have children of her own, and she was really attached to me. And I adored her. She could always get me to study by promising me to help me with my singing later. I don't really need school because I'm going to be a famous singer one day. Yeah, but there's no harm in having some options, right? My life at the orphanage was good, but when I turned 15, things took a wild turn. Miss B had told me about a talent show she'd applied to on my behalf, and I'd gotten an audition next week. But when my chance came, my nerves took over and I messed it up completely. Miss B tried consoling me, but I was just really disappointed with myself. As we were walking back home, I suddenly saw a masked guy running my way, with a lady yelling behind him. He took my bag. Please, stop him. Without another thought, I grabbed a trash can and threw it in the thief's way, making him trip over it. I snatched the bag from him before he managed to run away. As the woman came closer, my jaw dropped. She was a singer named Madeline, and I was a huge fan. OMG, Madeline, is it really you? I just love... No, don't touch me. You touched trash just now. Then she took her bag from me and walked off to her car without even saying thank you. Hey, you're so rude. Just because you're a celebrity, you think you can treat people like garbage? Some of the people watching us had started recording on their phones and booing Madeline. No, wait, I wasn't going to drive away. Sweetie, I'm sorry. I was just shaken because of that thief. Please, come in. I'll drop you wherever you want. I knew she was just being nice because of the angry mob. But but she kept insisting. So I agreed, and she took us back to the orphanage. But the next morning when I went downstairs, I was surprised to see some kids gathered around Madeline, and she said she needed to talk to me privately. Hey, Belle, I have something to tell you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't shake off my gut feeling. You see, 15 years ago, I had a daughter, but my career was just kicking off. So after birth, I left her at the hospital. What? I regretted the decision and tried looking for my baby, but couldn't find her. And when I saw you yesterday, I noticed your green eyes and you have the same hair color. I think you're my daughter. Nurture a gifted brain, raise a gifted kid. Fool. I know it sounds crazy, but would you agree to a DNA test? It was fun, and I didn't believe it. But I gave Madeline a hair sample, and the next day, she returned with the DNA forms that confirmed we were a 100% match. Madeline, the famous singer, was my mom, and she wanted to readopt me. My head was just spinning, and Miss V made things worse. Oh, are you seriously thinking about going with that woman? She was so rude to you the day before, and now suddenly she's your loving mom? Something about her is off. I can feel it. Come on, she was stressed that day, and the DNA test shows she's my mom. I've always wondered who my parents are, and now I get the chance to know one of them, to have a family. I'm just supposed to let that go? I thought I was your family, and I can't let you go with her. I won't. You can't stop me, Miss V. This is hard for me too, but you're just being paranoid. Miss Vivian's eyes teared up. She just walked off. Well, if she couldn't be happy for me, then fine. And I left Madeline soon after. I couldn't help overhearing that woman. And she was being so weird and possessive about you. It's not normal. It's also not normal for a mom to abandon her child for her career. I may have agreed to come with you, but I haven't forgiven you yet. And Miss V loves me. Sweetie, I understand your anger, and I have a lot of making up to do. You want to be a singer, right? I will start by making that happen. Also, if Miss Vivian loves you, then she should be happy you're getting a better life. I thought trouble, but then forgot everything when we reached Madeline's mansion. It was bigger than a mall. My assistant Juliet will show you to your room. And then I have an amazing spa day planned for us. Juliet wouldn't make eye contact with me. And after taking me to my room, she walked off without a word. Rude, but I couldn't help being excited that I was gonna land like royalty. I was hoping to get to know Madeline more, but the spa day was more of a makeover day. And the next thing I knew, I was being whisked off to a TV interview. Madeline, I'm not ready for this. I've never been on camera, and I need time to process everything. What's there to process, love? You're the daughter of a star, and you need to believe it. And I just can't wait for the world to see my angel. Also, could you please call me Mom? The next few weeks were a blur of interviews and events, and we were constantly surrounded by paparazzi. Madeline would always get so emotional, and people just loved the story of how we've been reunited after all these years. But I still didn't know much about my mom. We hardly got the chance to be alone, and she hadn't even heard me sing yet. Later one night, I went down to the kitchen and I heard loud voices from Madeline's studio in the basement. Juliet, you don't sound good on this song at all. Well, I'm sorry, but I had a cold that day. We're just gonna have to record it again. And when I heard Juliet singing, I nearly had a stroke. That was Madeline's voice. Just then, Madeline spotted me, and she asked me to come in. I guess there's no point in trying to hide anything now. Well, you've discovered the family secret. Wait, Juliet's been the voice behind all your songs? Yes. She wanted a steady job, and I wanted to be famous, but wasn't as talented. So we struck a deal at the start of my career. It worked out splendidly. So you've been taking the credit for her talent and fooling all your fans? That's just wrong. Excuse me. I didn't ask for your opinion. Okay, so I'm not completely honest with my fans. But either way, I still entertain millions. You're too naive to understand all this, and you're certainly not allowed to tell anyone. Do you hear me? Maybe Miss B was right about her. If she could lie about such a big thing, couldn't you she was lying about. Honey, I want to apologize for the way I spoke to you. And I got you the latest iPhone. It doesn't make
My skincare routine at 37, my Myra Ultimate, powered by Triple Skin Nutrients. Worried about fine lines and age spots? Watch me. Myra Ultimate.
up for it. I've always admired you as a singer, and now I find out it's all fake, and no one will ever know it's Juliet. Belle, do you know what it's like to really want something, but everyone tells you can't have it? I've always dreamed of being a singer, but my family said I wasn't good enough, and I just wanted to show them. Juliet willingly signed the contract, and I've always paid her generously. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. Yes, as long as you're paying Juliet well and treating her nicely, I can keep your secret. That's my girl. And no interviews tomorrow. We'll have a movie night. Just you and me. The next evening, while we were watching a movie, I turned to Madeline. Do you have some skin cream? My birthmark is really itchy. Madeline pulled out a jar from her drawer, but when I asked her to put it on, she looked confused. Why can't you put it on yourself? Because I can't reach it? You do know my birthmark is on my back, right? Of course I know. It's just been a long time, honey. But yes, it's on your back. Lift your shirt, please. Actually, it's on my thigh, and it's the size of Africa. The only way you'd forget that is if you never knew it in the first place. What's gotten into you? Madeline, I know you're not my mom. You've lied about everything. So I really don't have to believe that DNA test either. Okay. I'm not your mom. You caught me. But listen, you did all this for publicity, didn't you? Just so you could tell the world about your long-lost daughter and capture everyone's interest and sell albums? You're a monster. Please, let me explain. I did do it for publicity because it's so hard to stay on top in this industry. But I do love you, and I want to have you around. If I did something that helps me and also gives an orphan an amazing life, why is that a bad thing? I'm not a charity case to show off and use to make money. It's late now, but tomorrow morning, I'm going back to the orphanage. I won't lie to anyone about being your daughter. I stormed off to my room before Madeline could say more. She was unbelievable. But the next morning, when I went down with my bags, I saw a doctor leaving Madeline's room, and I found out that she had a high fever. I was sure she was faking that, too. But the doctor confirmed that she was down with a bad infection. Now, please, come here. Listen, I'm sorry. Please, don't go. Not like this. Madeline, just get some rest, okay? I'm here. I didn't want to stay, but I just couldn't leave her when she was so sick. The paparazzi were going to find out when I went back to the orphanage. So I let her deal with all that media frenzy once she was better. But I couldn't help calling Miss Vivian, and hearing her voice, I broke down and told her everything. I'm so sorry. You were right about Madeline. Her whole life is a lie, and she pulled me into it. And maybe I never really believed she was my mom, but I wanted to. I don't blame you, Belle, and I was being selfish too. It was hard to let you go. I can't wait to see you soon. I stayed by Madeline's side till she recovered completely. But as I was packing my stuff again, Madeline walked into my room. Belle, don't leave me, please. You're only saying that because you're worried about your reputation once the truth comes out. Sorry, I can't help you anymore. Then let me make you an offer you can't refuse. I want to feature a duet by you and Juliet on my album releasing next week. And then I'll launch your solo career. The publicity we've received helps us, well, with me. You can become a pop star overnight. You'll never get a chance like this again. Trust me. Here Madeline was, handing me my dreams on a silver platter. And it was true. Once I got back to the orphanage, people would forget me soon, and I'd struggle to be a singer. I couldn't really trust her. But Madeline called me and Juliet to the studio the very next day to record a song together. It was the most thrilling experience, and she was blown away by my talent. You have the voice of an angel, darling. You're really gonna go places. The album was released, and it exploded. The duet people thought Madeline and I sang together shot straight to #1 on the charts, and it was all you could hear everywhere. One day, when Madeline and I were at an album signing event, I spotted Miss V in the line and ran to her. Miss V, how have you been? I've been meaning to call, but you got busy becoming a star, right? I'm happy that your dreams are coming true, but are you sure this is how you want it? What do you mean? You said Madeline's whole life is a lie, and now yours is too. You're part of her secret, and you're faking being her daughter. This lie will just grow deeper, and then you'll have to give it up forever. Are you okay doing that? I stood there, speechless. I just came to tell you that I've got a job in another city, and I'm leaving next month. I wanted to wish you luck and say goodbye. I hope you do the right thing, Belle. I know you have that in you. I was bummed out for days after that meeting, and I just couldn't shake off her words. Soon after, Juliet came down with a bad throat infection. It turned out to be laryngitis, and she recovered in a couple of weeks. But the doctor said she could no longer sing, and Madeline went ballistic. What? No, you're fine now. You can speak, right? Why can't you sing? The doctor said straining her vocal cords could damage them forever, but she has to try. I'll take you anywhere to get you treated. Madeline, I've served you for 15 years. I think I'm done, okay? Done. You're done? Have you forgotten our deal and what I can do? What are you talking about? My mother worked as a maid in Madeline's family home, and my brother stole all their precious heirlooms. He'd already sold them by the time he got caught, and he was going to end up in prison for years. But Madeline kept him out, as long as I agreed to be her singing voice. I've been repaying her debt all this time, but I'm just tired now. Juliet, if the robbery happened 15 years ago, she can't charge your brother for that crime anymore. You don't know what you're talking about. And why are you complaining, Juliet? You were just a maid, and I've done so much for you. Just stop. You're a terrible person who will always find a way to justify every selfish act. Juliet is done with you, and so am I. And so is your career, because you have no talent. And the family you wanted to impress so badly, well, I don't see them around either. Enjoy the rest of your sad, lonely life with your money, because that's what you did everything for. Juliet and I left Madeline for good, and I couldn't get fast enough to the orphanage. Miss V was leaving that day, and I hoped it wasn't too late. I caught her just as she was putting her bags in the cab. No? What are you? I did the right thing, Miss V. And wherever you're going, I'm coming with you. I won't take no for an answer. I would like nothing more, love, but what about your career? I'll tell everyone the truth, and then we'll figure it out. I actually have talent, remember? I want to do things the right way, even if it's harder.
Medyo pag ilot yan. Ha? Medyo pag ilot yan. Diyan.
Next time po, yung camera mo po.
Anong deta idi? At anong pati deta mo't nga dinawat. Di ba wang kastak? Di ba wang pinagdoklap ko? Ano ba nga? Ang dakol na ata dyan nga. Sila may papaiti na dakol na. Hindi ko nakita nga. Nakapanggan.
Hoy!
Bounce ko yan!
Everyone's but nobody can afford because it literally costs 31,000 Robux. Like, who priced this? Why is it 31,000 Robux? That is literally like more than than $200 for a package. And people don't even like the package. They just want the stupid head. Seriously though, the package comes out like every October for Halloween. I bought it a few Halloweens ago, but I've never really used it. I don't really understand why it's so popular. I mean, look at me. Look how stupid I look. But I came here with an idea. Maple Hospital, which is basically a hospital roleplay game. I don't know why you would ever want to roleplay in a hospital. Who really wants to go to a hospital? Anyway, what if I go into this game and dress up as someone who's lost their head? But I can't just go in looking like this. This looks stupid. Look at me. Missing horror face for headless? That's terrifying. Why would you make that? Think about it. The only way to actually use this item would be if you own the headless package. Surely nobody has bought that. Wait, cartoony neck bone? That's perfect. I'm buying it. And then I found this as well. Headless blood. Let's buy that too and equip them both. Yeah, I broke the swine blood glitch. Yeah. What is ketchup? And if you're watching, this is ketchup. Okay, nothing else. Only ketchup. This is a Roblox. There's no such thing as blood in Roblox. Look at this. Congratulating me for not having a head. You know what? I gotta just try something. Okay, I don't know if I can show this on YouTube. This is kind of terrifying. Wait, but why do they make my brain so small? Okay, I think I need some medical attention. Let's go to the Maple Hospital now. Choose your role. Patient, janitor, nurse, doctor. Oh, yeah, patient, of course. I'm a patient. I definitely need medical attention. Why is that allowed in Roblox? And why are people clicking it? I think my medical condition right now is a little more important than yours. Let me just, I require a doctor. My leg is broken, she says as she jumps up on the table. Yeah, come get a closer look at my leg that's broken. Clearly her leg isn't broken. Her leg is not broken. She is lying. She is standing on both legs right now. She's wearing cookie pants, for goodness sake. Okay, let me do some tests to see where it's broken. If her leg was broken, you wouldn't have to do any tests. It would be extremely obvious. She's jumping around right now. Okay, what are you laughing at, Amico? Look at me in my eyes and tell me right now. What are you laughing at? I can't. You have no eyes. That is so offensive. I would like to speak to a manager right now. I can't believe this. Listen, I need a doctor. I have a headache. Yeah, you just have no head. Well, how did you come to that conclusion? What are you looking at? Headache? Or just headless? You think you're funny, girl? Are you making fun of me for my medical condition? I don't think you can have a headache with no head. Why is everyone making fun of me here? Guys, enough messing around. I need a doctor. Just a man with no brains. Wait, let me check your brain. Where's your brain? Oh, wait. You don't have one either. Come on, guys, please. I need a doctor. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I think we need to sort out some brains for you as well. No problem. Why are you roasting me? I'm literally having a medical emergency here. I'm not. You just said I didn't have a brain. Is that a random rumor? No, I'd say less. Thank you. That's what you get for roasting me. I'm gonna roast one of these rooms. Ha! Hey, it's the girl with a fake broken leg. Come here, Mama. Hey, doctor. She is lying. She is wasting taxpayer money. Let me see the results, and you lay down. Lord have mercy, doc. We got headless. I think we both have a problem here. We need two doctors. One for me, one for her. Please. Sir, please leave. Hello! Look at my medical condition. I'll treat him. Thank you. Hey, sir, you got no head? You need to get the rest before I can get the doctor. Aren't you my doctor? We will pay you. No, don't leave me. Please. All right, well, I'll see if the surgery room is open. Stay here. Hey, put me in a wheelchair, yes, please. I really appreciate that. Honestly, should I have a way to get a wheelchair when I clearly have two working legs? 100%. Thank you. What's the doctor here? Why is there a pillow? Please explain. I would like to know what is this? Are you making fun of me? Are you mocking me for not having a head? Whatever, mister. I'll perform surgery now. Oh, okay, well, just get right into it. What is that? What do you got in there? What is that? Pee? No, don't just turn the lights on. What is this? Why is it blue now? What did you do? What are you doing to me? I will inject sleep. What? Go to sleep! Okay. You're gonna inject sleep? Okay, sleep. on, what are you gonna do now? Come on.
Don't die of you, nerd.
Well, I've had it up here with this game. How can I be a nerd if I don't have a brain? Can you explain that?
I've literally graduated 3 hours ago.
No.
Slash my breakfast.
Oh, the doctor's here! No, I want to start a meltdown. I know what that is. Robots just do it. See what happens. I don't even know what a meltdown is.
I know.
Okay, that's a meltdown.
Continue.
Continue. I look how literally nobody cares. I paid 300 Robux for the lights to change red.
Nung parang ice
And literally nobody was worried.
Hello, smiley face.
Why would you be smiling? This is what she says right now. This is her view right now. And she's like, hello, smiling face.
Are you okay? I have a headache.
Oh, Kathy? Hey! Too bad I can't eat it!
Oh!
Well, that's your hand.
Ellie, I'm wondering the same thing. I would appreciate some medical assistance. You stop smiling, it's freaking me out.
Are you having a baby?
Yes, obviously. Of course I am.
Okay.
Why haven't you asked about my life with head?
Do you think the baby will have my eyes? I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Kylie.
I'll try.
What is that? Wait. One of those machines that like shows you the baby. It was a joke. You might have a small brain like me. I don't even have a brain.
You were going to have a baby.
Thank you, Kylie. You know what? I feel so much better now. Who is she? Ella, I am your new doctor. Look at me. I know exactly what's going on. I can fix everything. Sorry, that was me. I had a... She is standing on both legs right now. She's wearing cookie pads. Okay, let me do some tests.
Red Ribbon Cake Creation.
Dum 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 da dum. Bum bum bum.
Headless Horseman, a package that everyone seems to want, but nobody can afford because it costs 31,000 Robux. Like, who priced this? Why is it 31,000 Robux? That is literally like more than $200 for a package. And people don't even like the package. They just want the stupid hat. Seriously though, this package comes out like every October for Halloween. I bought it a few Halloweens ago, but I've never really used it. I don't really understand why it's so popular. I mean, look at me. Look how stupid I look. But a game came up on my front page recently, and it gave me an idea. Hospital, which is basically a hospital.
Nắm nắp. Mom, Daddy! Mom, Daddy!
Ay, sige, sige. Ikaw na, natural naman na. MA.
Mang, ikon ko pa yung niya. Alang ulod. Nadi alang ulod.
Hospital role-play game, I don't know, whatever one.
Let's play the day with water, sun, earth, wood.
Hopefully at a hospital. Who willingly wants to go to a hospital? Anyways, what if I go into this game and dress up as someone who's lost their hat? But I can't just go in looking like this. This looks stupid. Look at me. Missing horror face for headless? That's terrifying. Why would you make this? Think about it. The only way to actually use this item would be if you own the headless package. Surely nobody has bought that. Wait, cartoony mech mode? That's perfect! I'm buying it. And then I found this as well. Headless blood. Let's buy it too and equip them both. Hey, pro hacker. Yeah, I'm pro. This is why I'm called Glitch. Yeah. This is ketchup. If you're watching, this is ketchup. Look at me. Missing horror face for headless? That's terrifying! Why would you make this? Think about it. The only way to actually use this item would be if you own the headless package. Surely nobody has bought that. Wait, cartoony mech mode? That's perfect! I'm buying it. And then I found this as well. Headless blood. Let's buy it too and equip them both. Hey, pro hacker. Yeah, I'm pro. This is why I'm called Glitch. Yeah. This is ketchup. If you're watching, this is ketchup. Nothing else. I don't know ketchup. This is a Roblox. There's no such thing as blood in Roblox. Look at this! Wait, why is there confetti? Excuse me, you're congratulating me for not having a head. You know what? I gotta just try something. Okay, I don't know if I can show this on YouTube. This is kind of terrifying. Wait, but why do you make my brain so small? Okay, I think I need some medical attention. Let's go to the Maple House Group now. Choose your role. Patient, janitor, nurse, doctor. Oh, yeah, patient, of course. I'm a patient. I definitely need medical attention. So what I'm thinking is, why is that allowed in Roblox? And why are people clicking it? You know what? I think I should, I think my medical condition right now is a little more important than yours. Excuse me. I require a doctor. My leg is broken, she says as she jumps up on the table. Yeah. Come get a closer look at my leg that's broken. Clearly her leg isn't broken. Her leg is not broken. She is lying. She is standing on both legs right now. She's wearing cookie pads to this thing. Okay, let me do a test to see where it's broken. Her leg was broken. You wouldn't have to do any tests. It would be extremely obvious. She is jumping around right now. Right. Okay, what are you laughing at, Nico? Look at me in my eyes and tell me right now, what are you laughing at? I can't. You have no eyes. That is so offensive. I would like to speak to a manager right now. I can't believe this. Listen, I need a doctor. I have a headache. Yeah, you just have no head. Well, how did you come to that conclusion? What are you looking at? Headache? Or just head mess? You think you're funny, girl? Are you making fun of me for my medical condition? I don't think you can have a headache with no head. Why is everyone making fun of me here? Guys, enough messing around. I'm not a doctor. Just a man with no brain. Let me check your brain. Where's your brain? Oh, wait. You don't have one either. Come on, guys, please. I need a doctor. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I think we need to sort out some brains for you as well. No problem. Why are you roasting me? I'm literally having a medical emergency here. I'm not. You just said I didn't have a brain. Let's say less. Thank you. That's what you get for roasting me. I'm a roast for these rules. Hey, it's the girl with the fake broken leg. Here, my man. Doctor, she is lying. She is wasting taxpayer money. Let me see the results and you lay down.
Ay, kuya, ay, panyan nyo talaga din ang dapat data. Kasi may lupot, iba sa lupot, tapos dalitan.
About my hair.
Makita kang lupot. Makita kang lupot, ganun kang kita mo. Hindi ka talaga tagpian mo data. Gawa ako.
You need me to rest before I can get the doctor. Aren't you my doctor? Please. All right, well, I'll see if the surgery room is open. Stay here. Hey, put me in a chair, yes, please. I really appreciate that. Honestly, she would have her way to get a wheelchair when I clearly have two working legs. 100%. Why is there a hurdle? Please explain. I'd like to know what is this? Are you making fun of me? Are you mocking me for not having a head? Whatever, mister. I'll perform surgery now. Okay, well, just get right into it. What's that? What do you got in there? What is that? Pee? No, don't just turn the lights on. What is this? Why is it blue now? What did you do? What are you doing to me? I will inject sleep. What? Get outside! Oh, God. You can't inject sleep? Okay, sleep. Almost.
Ah!
Yeah, come on. Don't die of me, nerds.
Ooh.
How can I be a nerd if I don't have a brain? I don't sleep at night. I've literally graduated 3 hours ago. That's my breakfast. Oh, the doctor's here. Just started a meltdown. I know what that is. How much this doing? See what happens. I don't even know what a meltdown is. That's a meltdown. Continue. Please continue. I like how literally nobody cares. I get 300 robots for the lights to change red for like 2 seconds, and literally nobody who are. No smiley face. Why would you be smiling? This is what she sees right now. This is her view right now, and she's like, okay, hello, smiley face. Are you okay? I have a headache. No candy? Hey! You had a candy? Nothing yet. So there's your head. Actually, I'm wondering the same thing. I would appreciate some medical assistance.
I have
Smiling is freaking me out.
a
Are you having a baby? Yes, obviously. Okay. Why haven't you asked about my leopard head? I think the baby will have my eyes. Okay. Okay, Kylie. Is this one of those machines that like shows you the baby? What is that jump?
Okay.
Small brain.
Hindi ka naman.
I feel so much better now. Who is she? Ella, I am your new doctor. Look at me. I know exactly what's going on. I can fix everything. Sorry, that was me. I had a bit of an upsie. I guess everyone got this game. Like, what are you guys doing with your life? Stop. I require help. Tears. You can't escape me. Yahoo! Stop trying to... This is so disrespectful. Oh, I didn't see your head. That is missing. Big smiley face.
My toddler, Honey, oh my.
Where are we going this way? Oh, emergency room. Okay, yeah, I do emergency, definitely.
I have
Wait, are you leaving me outside? Are you telling me that you know what you're doing? Limited words. I can't say the word. Limited time. Limited stuff. You literally can't do anything. Yes, exactly that. And you can't play. So in this game, it's kind of like the other limited word game, where you can only do so much of something. But in this one, there's a bunch of stuff that you can't do. Okay, so you start the game, and it says something you can't do. And then if you do it, you get kicked and have to restart. Also, one of these situations called energy thirst hunger. Everyone is doing a different thing. Look, this guy can only jump 46 more times. This girl can take the letter B, and her name is Abby. This girl only has 700 seconds left. This guy can't drink energy cans. Wait, what do you mean drink energy cans? What are you talking about drink energy cans? Oh, you gotta eat. You're hungry. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I'll take an energy can. I can't see vowel letters. I totally remember what vowel letters are. Come on, guys. So it seems like I can basically play forever because that's not too bad. That's the yellow M&M that they usually add with the girl. What's this guy doing? Bro, okay, this is actually pretty fun. I know you are the I can't use you. Okay, so this time I can't drink energy cans. Doesn't that mean I'm gonna run out of energy? Yeah, where'd you get that car from? Okay, here, running over this guy. This is like Stranger Things. How would you like to put